Owl secrets. It always appeared to fly in the face of logic. But now, the biological secrets that allow owls to rotate their heads without cutting off the blood supply have finally been unraveled. Scientists have discovered 4 major adaptations in owls designed to prevent injury when the animals rotate their overly large heads by up to 270 degrees. The study found that the birds' unique bone structures and vascular systems let them move with increased flexibility. Scientists at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine in the US studied snowy, barred and great horned owls after their deaths from natural causes. They found that the vertebral artery enters the neck higher than in other birds, creating more slack. Unlike humans, owls were found to have small vessel connections between the carotid and vertebral areas, allowing the blood to be exchanged between the 2 blood vessels. This creates an uninterrupted blood flow to the brain, even if one route is blocked during extreme neck rotation. The adaptation gives the birds a huge range of vision without having to move their bodies and arouse detection by prey. The lack of similar adaptations in humans could explain why humans are more vulnerable to neck injury, the experts concluded. When humans attempt sudden and violent twists of their neck, they risk damaging the lining of their blood vessels, which can result in a fatal blockage or stroke. Study senior investigator Dr. Philippe Gaylaud said, "Until now, brain imaging specialists like me who deal with human injuries caused by trauma to arteries in the head and neck have always been puzzled as to why rapid, twisting neck movements did not leave thousands of owls lying dead on the forest floor from stroke. The carotid and vertebral arteries in the neck of most animals, including owls and humans, are very fragile and highly susceptible to even minor tears of the vessel lining." To solve the puzzle, the researchers studied the bone and blood vessel structures in the heads and necks of the birds. An injectable contrast dye was used to highlight the bird's blood vessels, which were then dissected, drawn and scanned to allow detailed analysis. The most striking finding came after researchers injected dye into the owl's arteries, mimicking blood flow, and manually turned the animals' heads. They found that when they turned the heads, the blood vessels below the jawbone expanded as more dye entered, creating pools of blood capable of maintaining the energy supply to the brain and eyes. They showed that the big carotid arteries, instead of being on the side of the neck as in humans, are carried close to the center of rotation just in front of the spine. As a consequence, these arteries experience much less twisting and turning. The potential for damage is therefore greatly reduced. This contrasted starkly with human anatomical ability, where arteries generally tend to get smaller and smaller, and do not balloon out as they branch out. This creates the risk of clotting after sudden neck movements such as whiplash. Researchers say these contractile blood reservoirs act as a trade-off, allowing birds to pool blood to meet the energy needs of their large brains and eyes while they rotate their heads. The supporting vascular network, with its many interconnections and adaptations, helps minimize any interruption in blood flow. The study results demonstrate what physical properties are needed to allow such extreme head movements, and explain why injuries sustained from treatments that involve manipulating bones with the hands such as chiropractic therapy can have such serious consequences for humans. Dr. Gaylaud added, "Our new study results show precisely what morphological adaptations are needed to handle such head gyrations and why humans are so vulnerable to bone injury from chiropractic therapy. Extreme manipulations of the human head are really dangerous because we lack so many of the vessel protecting features seen in owls." Medical illustrator Fabian de Kock Mercado said, "In humans, the vertebral artery really hugs the brains and eyes while they rotate their heads. The supporting vascular network, with its many interconnections and adaptations, helps minimize any interruption in blood flow." The study results demonstrate what physical properties are needed to allow such extreme head movements, and explain why injuries sustained from treatments that involve manipulating bones with the hands such as chiropractic therapy can have such serious consequences for humans. Dr. Gaylaud added, "Our new study results show precisely what morphological adaptations are needed to handle such head gyrations and why humans are hollow cavities in the neck. But this is not the case in owls, whose structures are specially adapted to allow for greater arterial flexibility and movement. It is a powerful adaptive trait, but it is not unique. Plenty of birds have a similar ability to look behind them. Red-tailed hawks, for example, are almost as flexible as their nocturnal cousins. There are lots of advantages to being able to look over your shoulder and see something coming, if you're trying to avoid predators or detect prey," he added.